Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. This video today is going to be slightly different from my other ones where I'm outside photographing. Today I want to talk about my journey to making it to the first milestone on YouTube, which as far as I'm aware is the 1,000 subscribers. I recently just hit 1,000 subscribers just a few days ago. It took me 4 months to get there. I'm actually going to say it took me 3 months to get there because there was a month where I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit for 3 to 4 weeks. I wasn't really putting the time or making videos for it. So 3 months of solid video making to reach that 1,000 subscribers. So I did not prepare anything for this video. I didn't write anything down. I didn't script it. I don't have any notes. I'm just pretty much winging it. I am very, very excited to be at this 1,000 subscribers. I thought it was going to take a lot longer than what it did, so I'm really happy about that, and it encourages me to continue on. Most of all, I have to say thank you to everyone who comments on my videos, likes them, sends me messages on Instagram. You guys mean so much to me. You have no idea. Getting the feedback from you is what drives me to continue, to want to keep doing this. I'm the type of person that is very receptive to feedback. I really, really rely on it. Yes, I can use my own brain to think for myself, but I can't think of a better way to really know yourself and understand yourself and your strengths and your weaknesses other than listening to other people tell you what they notice about you, hopefully with the right intentions. There are a lot of very kind-hearted people out there. So many of you comment on my videos and send me those messages. You guys are the ones that I trust with that feedback. So, definitely want to say thank you everyone for helping me get to these 1,000 subscribers. I'm really, really excited. Ollie's here beside me, but he's sleeping. He'd be excited too if there's treats involved, but he doesn't really care about 1,000 subscribers. As long as he can come out adventuring, he's cool with anything. A little bit of a backstory of actually why I decided to do YouTube in the first place. I think that's really important to the mindset of like, why did you go into it? Why did I want to add this on? So basically for me, 2019, I was thinking about YouTube. I was being encouraged by Shimoda and other fellow photographers who are far more successful than I am, people that I really look up to, just kept encouraging me, Sarah, you should be on YouTube, you should go on YouTube. And that was coming from my stories. So when I started putting myself out on my stories and showing myself and talking to you guys, and then there was people that I really, really trust that noticed this, and they basically inspired me and encouraged me to make the jump to YouTube. It's not the easiest thing to decide to do. When you're deciding to go and do this and sit in front of a camera and talk and put yourself out there, it's scary, it's hard. You really have to mentally get over this hurdle that you are putting yourself out to an audience that could potentially become very, very large, and people are watching you. It's scary. It's a very scary thing. However, I'm a really extroverted person, and I've always had it in my mind, push through fears. This whole year for me has been crushing fears and pushing through them and just really digging in my mind and thinking, you know what? Yeah, my first video is going to be super uncomfortable and awkward and cringy, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to keep making videos, and they're going to keep getting better and better and better. Just suffer at the beginning and keep pushing, because you will get somewhere. I'm such a firm believer that if you try and you're passionate and you just put that effort in, you will succeed. You'll make money at what you love and you'll succeed. So those were pretty much the biggest reasons of why I decided to join YouTube. In 2020, obviously, when the virus came around, like so many people, I lost all of my work. I lost the majority of my weddings. I shouldn't say I lost all of them, but I lost the majority of my weddings. Still have a few. I lost the photo tours. Just pretty much everything was gone. That's okay. It's happened to pretty much most of us, and we're all dealing with it, and we're all working through it. But basically, it just kind of like hit me, okay, it's now or never that I put this time into YouTube, because I now have the time. I'm no longer working 2 jobs. I was working 2 jobs before. I'm no longer dedicated to those weddings this year. I simply just have the time to do this. So that was it. That was the deciding factor. I just couldn't stand really to like look at myself in the mirror and be like, well, I lost all my work. Am I just going to sit around all day and not do anything? Or am I going to change course and take this opportunity that maybe I'm going to add something else into my business? And that's basically it, and here we are. Let me start with the positives of growing on YouTube and what I found fairly easy through the process. There's a lot more in the cons and in the struggles than the positives, but that's okay because the struggles and working through the struggles is what makes you grow. So it wasn't that they usually say, and what I've read and what I was told is that it can take a really long time, say a year to 2 years, to hit that 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have no idea why that is. I'm not sure if it's some sort of test that they put you through. Goodbye, Ollie. He's leaving for the rest of the video. Went to my bed. He always does this. Sits on the couch and then changes and then goes and lays on the bed. Anyways, we'll do it without him. So, yes, like I was saying, I was reading and hearing that it can take a really long time to get to the first 1,000 subscribers. Maybe YouTube is just trying to test you, test your commitment to it, whatever it is. Apparently it takes a long time, and I'm really happy to say it did not take me that long, and it did not take me that many videos. I have 14 videos out, and I thought for sure I was gonna have to make 100 of them before I saw any real growth. So really pleased on that it didn't take that long. I will say I had a little bit of an advantage because of my Instagram following. Like 119,000 followers on there. So I know I brought a few people. I'm going to say a few because I didn't bring that many over from Instagram. So I brought some over from Instagram to my YouTube channel. And my first video that I ever put out also gave me a little bit of a boost because a really nice other photographer, Mads, he went and took that video and wrote up an article for me on f-stoppers, so that definitely gave me some traction. And then of course many of you know that I am a part of the team with Shimoda, and I did a bag review or a bag comparison with the old line of bags and the new line of bags. And then of course Ian, who runs Shimoda, he also helped promote that video for me. And that video also gained me some traction with my YouTube channel. And then surprisingly, where I gained traction and more of subscribers was through a podcast that I did with Matt Payne. This is something that I didn't expect at all to really get anything from, but I had a lot of feedback from that podcast, and I still have people reaching out to me with that podcast who listen to it, and then they go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and they just let me know what they think and that they're happy that they found me to follow me around. Definitely those things helped me get to the subscribers that I have now. I definitely spent a lot of time before starting YouTube researching into YouTube and really just trying to understand the platform and what you can do with it. So I was constantly learning about things like titles for your videos, thumbnails, keywords, what you should say in your videos, everything. All these little details all add up in the long run. Even things like what you say in your video, your voice in the video, the words that you use, YouTube picks up on that and relates that somehow to keywords. It's fascinating how it actually all works. So really getting behind the platform and understanding the platform first, I think definitely helped me set expectations for myself and helped me push through the process. I went into YouTube with absolutely zero expectations. I had it in my mind, this is going to take a really long time to grow, which it is. It is going to take a really long time to grow. It's going to take years, but I just decided that was okay. I'm okay with that. I am giving myself that time, say like that 2 years, to really grow this and hopefully add it into my business, and I can just continue growing it and help myself out to make this into a full-time career, and then help you guys out with teaching you and inspiring you. Those are my goals. That is what is on my dream board right now, is push YouTube. The struggles. It actually hasn't been as hard as I thought it was going to be. Again, my mindset going into this was very low expectations, and it was going to take a super long time even just to get to this 1,000 subscribers. But it has not been hard. It's been fairly straightforward for me so far. The things that I find the most challenging are actually just learning about video, B-roll. It's not like photography, not at all. It is much harder. There's audio involved, there's video editing. The editing programs are tanks, and they just run your computer to the ground. There's a lot more stuff involved with video than just photography. Another thing that I am struggling with, and I get a little bit overwhelmed when I am out filming, I'm struggling to find a balance of the video and the photography. I sometimes feel really rushed. I need to give myself a lot of time before I actually start shooting the photos to get out there and get some B-roll clips and do the setting up and the talking and planning out what I'm going to say. There's definitely a lot involved, and I would say that is probably the biggest struggle. And if people fall off the wagon of YouTube and just kind of give up after a few videos, I'm going to say this is probably why. It is a ton of work. It's not for the faint of heart. And you always have to remember that you're not making money when you're doing these videos right now, and you're probably not going to make money for quite some time. So it feels like you're doing it for nothing. You're just putting so much time and effort into it, but you're not really getting anything back, just like a slow growth. However, is it that not the same thing with any sort of career you would pick? Say you want to go off and be a nurse. Well, you got to go to school for 4 years and you're not going to make money. It's pretty much the same thing. So if you have that mindset that it's like, pretend you're just going to university or something, or college, and it's just going to take that time to build, and you just have to invest in it and suck it up and learn everything as best as you can, and just try not to overwhelm yourself. In terms of content, that's probably been the biggest thing that I've struggled with YouTube is it's challenging for me because I am a generalist. So I shoot landscapes, I shoot self-portraits, I shoot weddings, I shoot portraits, I do family sessions, I've done newborn, I've pretty much done it all. So I am a generalist. However, I didn't come on YouTube with the generalist mindset of being like, I'm going to show you everything that I do. I know above all the genres of photography, landscape has always had my heart. So I knew, if I'm really going to niche, it's going to be landscape photography. It's always going to be landscape photography. I love going out and exploring and all those other things. However, last year, as many of you know, in August, I started adding in self-portrait photography into my landscapes. So now this is kind of like things have shifted for me in terms of my landscapes because now I'm a self-portrait photographer. So I'm really kind of trying to find this balance with this channel. Is it going to be a self-portrait photography channel? I'm sure whoever watches all my videos, you guys obviously probably noticed all of them have been about a self-portrait, and I'm aware of that and I noticed that. So I'm kind of still deciding, is that how I want to run with this channel, or do I want to mix it up? Do I want to add in landscape photography and the self-portrait photography and maybe a few other genres? I'm still deciding on this. Probably one of my biggest weaknesses is that I can be pretty indecisive with things sometimes. So I'm hoping to find some clarity about that. The one thing I notice the most is that with the self-portraits, it has really changed just my company and everything. By even adding that in there, I think what's happening is, because now I'm putting myself in the landscapes, is that I am making this connection from me to you guys. I've been trying to figure out, like, what do the self-portraits mean? What story am I trying to tell? I definitely like the more dreamy looking self-portraits. That's why I always am wearing a dress versus, like, I'm actually fairly athletic, but I'm not out there in my hiking gear in these self-portraits. I love the feminine look with the dresses. I just feel it's really whimsical, dreamy, and it just maybe gives you guys a glimpse into like this dreamy world. I'm a dreamer and I want to help you guys dream. So I'm hoping that the self-portraits, that's what they're doing, and that is what they're conveying, the message to you guys. So I would love to actually hear your thoughts about this, about where you guys would really see my channel going. Again, I'm very receptive to your feedback. So if you love the self-portraits, if you love watching the self-portrait videos, please let me know in the comments, because this really is for you guys. So I want to be making content that you guys love to see. So another thing that I learned about the YouTube process is that basically when you're going into it, you kind of have to make a decision. Do you want to educate, or do you want to influence? Have people just be interested in you and your life and just kind of follow you like a little TV show? I definitely hope to have this as a blend. I'm starting to love and really become interested in the art of storytelling. So as you can see, I love now the outdoor vlogs where I'm out in the field and I'm showing you the behind the scenes. And I really, really want to get good at storytelling in that way so that you guys are interested in just kind of watching my life. However, I still want to be able to educate you. So I like to throw in each vlog just something that I can teach you, whether it's about post-processing, compositions, self-portrait photography, landscape photography, focus stacking, all those different techniques. I want to make sure I'm adding that into each vlog. Another thing that I'm struggling with is video titles. It's easy when you do something like a focus stacking video or a focus stacking tutorial. I mean, that's straightforward. How to focus stack. Added the word fast because people like things quick and fast, whatever. So that titles where you're kind of just having an educational video, very, very simple. But for the vlogs where I'm out at some lake or in the Canadian Rockies, I definitely find video titles challenging. But that has always been one of my weaknesses, is writing with words. That's not one of my strengths. At the very beginning when I was making videos, I had a really, really hard time kind of sitting down in front of the camera and not so much talking, but just having a really good flow to my sentences. And my mind, after one sentence, it would just go completely blank and I would just have to keep refilming and redoing each scene. That was actually really starting to frustrate me and I almost quit because of that. I just said, I can't even get a proper sentence out. This isn't me. I sound so funny and so off and my English doesn't even make sense. However, I kept doing videos. I just kept doing it and kept doing the next one and the next one and the next one. And again, I have 14 videos. I noticed huge improvement. I can now sit down in front of the camera and speak quite confidently without having to redo the takes. And I also made sure to kind of like in my mind, mentally when I sit down, just make sure I have a clear mind. If I'm going through something during the day, I think that, and then I sit down to film, I think that would show and it would not help me translate very well what I'm trying to explain. Powered through it. And the more I keep making videos, the more comfortable I get being myself in front of you guys. I'd say I'm at like 80% authentic. I think there's a little bit more to go of me to show you just how freaking weird I actually am, because it's just gonna get weird. Trust me, I'm an odd pickle sometimes and it's gonna start showing in the videos. Well, I guess that is it for now. I'm sure that I have missed many, many points to add into this video because again, I did not make a plan for it. Just speaking from the heart for this one. But I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate your comments more than you know. I cannot stress how much I love the comments. I really rely on them. I just must be this weak little person that always needs reassurance and that support and those ideas. When you leave me those inspiring comments, I feel inspired and then I want to inspire you and we all are winning. Everybody's winning in this situation. So stay tuned for the next video. It is about Moraine Lake. That is the next one that is coming out after this. I will be in the Rockies photographing during this time. Going to get back to get some more content, but that's the next one coming out after this. So please subscribe and stick around. If you don't want to subscribe for me, subscribe for Ollie because he's here too. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. So I don't have any images to show you guys today with this video because this is just a sit down and talk one. So I will talk to you again soon. Again, thank you for everything. I really appreciate it. Bye.